Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Idaho. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
I am Kevin, and I'm from Idaho Falls. It's important for the disabled to be vaccinated because of COVID. I chose to be vaccinated because I didn't want to be sick or in the hospital. Getting the vaccination, my experience was painless and worth it. It was a very wise choice.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
As Idahoans, we're not afraid to take risks.
All the way, all the way. Go. All the way down, all the way down.
Driving under the influence is not a risk we're willing to take. Be around to do more of what you love.
Folks, I've got good news and bad news. Bad news? You just took that selfie with poison ivy. Good news? Someone gets to use their coverage from Your Health Idaho. Quality coverage for as low as $0 a month.
Some days, I choose the most difficult trail. I test my limits.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy, but I know it's the right way.
When I get done with my ride and I look back at what I've just accomplished, I feel amazing.
It takes courage and determination to do hard things.
But you can do them.
Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Welcome to the Ryerson Family Backyard Games. There will be obstacles to face and challenges to overcome. Are you ready?
You know, Idaho high school seniors graduating next spring are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money for career training and education through Idaho Launch. Funds can be used to cover the cost of apprenticeships, job training, community college, and university programs that lead to in-demand careers. Students choose their own path, and Idaho Launch helps pay for it. Funds are limited. Apply today at nextsteps.idaho.gov/launch. Idaho Launch. Support in every direction.
This is not what I asked for.
Once again, we have contributed to your ideal college savings program. Love, Grandma and Grandpa.
Give the gift of college savings this holiday season with Ideal, Idaho's 529 college savings program. Eventually, they'll appreciate it.
I loved it. Thank you.
College costs money.
Folks, I've got good news and bad news. Bad news? You just took that selfie with poison ivy. Great photo, though.
That's poison ivy?
Oh, yeah. And that, and that, and that, and that. Good news, someone gets to use their coverage from Your Health Idaho. I mean, that's a great day for everyone. Quality coverage for as low as $0 a month.
This is not what I asked for.
Once again, we have contributed to your ideal college savings program. Love, Grandma and Grandpa.
Give the gift of college savings this holiday season with Ideal, Idaho's 529 college savings program. Eventually, they'll appreciate it.
I love it. Thank you.
College costs money.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of the 2023 Idaho High School Football Playoffs presented by the Idaho Transportation Department and Ideal, Idaho's college savings program. Additional coverage on IdahoSports.com is presented by Project Filter, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Valleywide Cooperative, Next Steps Idaho, Your Health Idaho, and your local Toyota dealers. We are here at Keller Field at Gooding High School. These two teams, Dean, they met up earlier this season. In fact, the first game of the season, where Camas County beat Rockland 62-12 in the opening game of the season. They meet here again in the semifinals of the state playoffs. The loser is done for the season, but they will walk away with a third-place trophy. The winner will go on to play for a state championship next weekend. Lauren Jensen alongside Dean DeMore, my broadcast partner here on IdahoSports.com. Happy to bring the coverage of this ball game to you. Let's talk first about Rockland, the Rockland Bulldogs. Bulldogs come in here with a record of 8-2. As I mentioned, one of those losses coming to Camas County, 62-12 on the opening night of this season. Rockland, it's if I saw this correctly, it was the first time in 36 years that they've gone this deep in the playoffs. So it's been a long time for the Bulldogs to get this deep into the season. Camas County, they've had some recent success over the last few years. They've had several good groups of athletes. They come in at 8-1. Their lone loss is to 1A Division I Butte County, who is playing in a semifinal game tonight, about an hour and a half from here in Arco.
Yep, you don't make it this far in the state football playoffs by accident. You've got definitely something going in your favor, be it the run game, could it be the pass game, could be the defense. These teams are hoping to put all of those together and make it to the championship game next weekend.
And if you have taken a look at these season statistics for these two squads, you've seen both of them can put up a lot of points, and they have. Of course, Rockland only put up 12 against Camas County, but since that time, I mean, they've been running off 40, 50, 60 points a game against their opponents. Want to give a little love to our officials tonight, a 7-man crew on the field tonight. We got our referee, Corky Fazio, our umpire, Brad Higgins, headlinesman, Dylan Canaday, our line judge, Dan Davenport, side judge Ryan Lawrence, field judge, Scott McClure, and back judge, Mike Totko. And we are at Gooding High School, where Camas County has opted to come play. They are the home team, but as many of you may know, Camas, they don't have lights on their field, so it'll be a little tough to play at a 7 o'clock game. Only about, 30, 40 minutes from here
Not that far, no.
Is Fairfield.
And it's a shorter drive for Rockland, so it works for everybody.
Yeah, it is a shorter drive for Rockland, though Rockland still, I mean, it's about probably at least 2 hours to get to
south
Rockland.
Of American Falls, so it's still a ways.
Still a jaunt for the Bulldogs to come over, but a good group of fans across the way as the captains are out on the field, 4 from each squad with the white hat, waiting for the coin toss. As we get ready to get underway here in the first quarter, there's the coin toss. We'll see who's won it. As the official chats with both squads. And now we're lining up. It looks like Rockland won the coin toss, and they opted to receive. And so that will be how we start this first quarter. The Bulldogs win the coin toss. They opt to receive. They will be heading to the south end zone here at Gooding High School.
No.
Well, Rockland's going to be headed to the south end zone to start in this quarter.
Yes.
Thanks, Dean. I was like, I think I had my directions right, but I wasn't sure.
They will be on the north end, heading south.
Heading south, correct.
That's where our confusion was.
So if you were imagining it in your head, they're going to be headed from left to right as we're watching it. And we're about ready to get underway here in the 1A Division II semifinals, at least the first of the 1A D2 semifinals. Tomorrow, Hagerman will take on Kendrick at Hagerman. So if you're in the area and you want another good afternoon of football, I think that game's at 2 o'clock. And so it'd be a nice temperature, as here we're sitting right around freezing to start this game. No wind to speak of, though, just a cool night here in the Magic Valley.
Yep, it's a beautiful night for football. Couldn't ask for better conditions unless it was summer.
Yeah,
but
a little warmer.
For November in southern Idaho, this is great. I'm excited. Camas lined up to kick. Rockland ready to receive.
It'll be Sage Patton for the Mushers to kick it away. And a good deep kick by Patton. In fact, that one lands at the 5 and is going to get into the end zone for a touchback. Back to receive was Abe Held, but no chance for a return there. Nice kick, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs from the 20-yard line. The starting quarterback for the Bulldogs will be Teague Matthews, number 36. Not your typical quarterback number.
Not usually, no. But in 8-man football, anything goes as far as numbers. And you can have, well, the center's number 24. The quarterback is number 36. So I don't know if anybody down there has a lineman number.
Yeah, it doesn't matter here as they spread it out. All by himself is Matthews. He'll take it on himself on the first run of the game, pick up about 5.
Emmett Palin, number 34, number 22, Troy Smith, in on the tackle for the Camas defense.
And that might be what Rockland wants to do here and has done all season, is kind of spread everybody out, give Matthews room to work as they get the call from their sideline.
They've got 4 linemen, 3 men in trips to the right, and then the quarterback all by himself.
Matthews steps up, being chased from behind. He's on the run. He's got lots of room in front of him. Down the near sideline, cross midfield, got one man to beat, and he gets upended, but he's down to the 30-yard line of the Mushers. Huge run for Teague Matthews.
Number 40, Tyson Tupper, with a touchdown-saving tackle right at the 30-yard line.
45 yards on the rush for Teague Matthews. He's got 50 yards rushing in 2 plays.
Rockland lined up in twins on each side. Matthews by himself.
Matthews does throw this time, has his man, and caught for about a gain of 5. Nice open field tackle.
Trevor Tews with that open field tackle. Had the receiver, number 7, Abe Held, gotten loose That could have been a touchdown.
Yeah, just had one man to beat, and that's kind of the story in 8-man football is there's a lot of open field, a lot of athletes with a lot of room to run. It's all about who can contain. Matthews now has somebody in the backfield with him. Throw again over the top, overthrew, held, and incomplete. So now it'll be 3rd and 6.
Third down, 3rd and 6 for the Bulldogs.
10:26 to go here, just underway in the first quarter of the first 1A Division II semifinal matchup of the weekend. The Rockland Bulldogs, the visiting team here, taking on the Camas County Mushers.
Rockland lining up in the trips to their right. Matthews by himself in the shotgun.
Back to pass again, a little bit of pressure. Now he's forced out of the pocket, running, held up, and then sacked back at the 35-yard line. It'll be 4th and about 15 coming up, and you got to think they're going to go for it here again.
Emmett Palin, the first among a few tacklers bringing down Matthews in the backfield. Big loss of yards for Rockland.
4th and 15 here now with 10 minutes to go in the quarter. Clock running. If you're just joining us, the Bulldogs got the opening kickoff, and they've gone down now to the 35-yard line of the Mushers. 4th and 15. Back to pass. Pocket collapses, incomplete. He was hit as he threw, and it's a turnover on downs. So Rockland able to move the ball down the field, but a big sack turns it over on downs.
Zach Perman was the intended receiver coming across the middle, but Matthews had to get rid of it sooner than he wanted to. And his receiver, Perman, wasn't close. 1st and 10 for the Mushers.
So now we'll get to see Camas County's offense. Defense gave up some yardage, but held up. And Camas County will go under center. Quarterback Tristan Smith hands it off up the middle, huge hole. A lot of room to run. Into the secondary, it's a foot race. It's Matthews chasing, and he won't catch him.
Number 22, Troy Smith, on a bit of a counter play, takes it up the middle and breaks it all the way for 6.
So Troy Smith with a 65-yard touchdown run on the first offensive play from scrimmage for Camas County.
Teague Matthews, a 6'5" senior, gave chase, showing good speed for someone that tall, but just could not close the gap enough. Troy Smith showing that speed, scoring from 65 yards out.
So the Mushers will line up for 2. Under center is Tristan Smith. Turns around, hands it off up the middle and into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. On the carry, number 40, Tyson Tupper.
Yep, Camas just lined up in that two-back set, two-back side to side, right behind the quarterback. Tupper on the dive, straight ahead, goes in for 2.
Let's keep it right here and thank one of our local sponsors.
Timberline LLC in Fairfield is a family-owned local waste recycling collection and snow removal company serving the Camas County and Lincoln County communities. Everyone at Timberline LLC is rooting on the Camas County Mushers in tonight's game. On the Rockland side, UD Angus Plus is proud to support the Rockland Bulldogs and community. They offer ranch-raised, hormone-free, grain-fed lean beef ranging from 85% and up. So be sure to remember UD Angus Plus for your next beef purchase.
Thank you very much to all of our local sponsors. We got a bunch of them, so we will be thanking them throughout the broadcast. So after that touchdown with 9:26 left to go here in the first, it's Camas County kicking off again. Another deep kick that's going to drive the return man back to the 5. Taking off from there is Held. Held out to the 20, and that's it.
Emmett Palin with the tackle down about the 20-yard line after the return.
And held. They'll start pretty much where they did on the last drive. Again, it was mostly Matthews on the ground on that last drive. One pass completion for about 5 yards. The rest of it was Matthews. He had a 40-yard gain and a 10-yard gain, but some of that negated after a big sack. So back in the gun again. It is going to be Matthews on the run. Matthews up the gut, picks up about 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 from the 26-yard line.
Camas County doing a great job swarming to the ball, whoever the ball carrier is. Usually, so far, it's been Teague Matthews, but doing a great job gang tackling and not just one guy trying to do all the work.
Clock still running, down under 9 minutes now here in the first quarter. Back to pass is Matthews. Matthews does get it off, and off the hands of the intended receiver. That was number 2, Aiden Radford.
It looked like one of the defenders, one of the rushing linemen for Camas, may have got enough of the ball as it was coming out of Matthews' hands to alter the pass, just enough to get it out of reach for Aiden Radford.
So back in the gun, men on each side of him. Matthews back to pass. And incomplete out in front of his intended receiver. That's number 38, Ethan Crump. So now it's 4th and 5, and I think you got to punt away here this deep in your own end.
Yeah, Camas is doing a great job so far these first couple possessions of bringing the heat on defense. Those front 3 for the defensive line, just making life tough.
High snap. Matthews sidesteps, kind of gets it away. It might have got blocked a little and then diving on it, so a very short kick. It either got blocked or Matthews just had to get rid of it quickly and didn't get a clean foot on it.
He had 2 guys closing in on him from each side, and he had to punt through traffic. So there may have been, his leg got caught up. Maybe the ball did bounce off of somebody, but number 45, Sage Patton, recovering the kick.
And that's only, that's going to net him basically 10 yards on the punt. So great field position here for Camas as they take over on the 35-yard line of Rockland. 1st and 10, 8:36 left to go here in the first quarter. Rockland already up, or excuse me, Camas already up 8-0. Handoff all around the right side to Troy Smith. Smith headed for the end zone. Touchdown number 2 in as many carries. Troy Smith getting on the board early.
They lined up in that split back look with their halfbacks, split backs. Troy Smith off tackle to the right and just took it untouched to the end zone. 6 points for the Mushers.
2 offensive plays, 2 touchdowns for Camas County. Back to pass. For the 2-point conversion, man open on the right, far right, inside the goal line. 2-point conversion is good.
Emmett Palin on the reception, lined up as a tight end, just ran out into the end zone, and his quarterback found him for the pass. 16-0, Camas County.
I'll thank a couple more of our sponsors here tonight.
The Wrangler in Fairfield is proud to be a supporter of the Camas County Mushers. Open for over 32 years. Come on in and try one of their amazing and unique milkshake flavors. The Wrangler only uses 100% fresh and local ground beef for a taste that can't be beat. While you are there, you won't want to skip the roadkill patty melt. Let's go Mushers from everyone at the Wrangler. Hey Rockland fans, when making your next dental appointment, remember Falls Dental in American Falls and Driscoll Dental in Aberdeen. Dr. Stringfellow at Falls Dental and Dr. Driscoll at Driscoll Dental are ready to welcome you to either office for the best dental care you can find in the local area. No matter the office, you'll be able to get dental care you need, from general dentistry treatments like regular cleanings, x-rays, and fluoride treatments to more detailed services like fillings, crowns, implants, and much more. Both Dr. Stringfellow and Dr. Driscoll want to ensure that you have a comfortable and friendly atmosphere for such an important personal need. Falls Dental and Driscoll Dental are proud to support the Rockland Bulldogs. Go Bulldogs.
Thanks again to all of our sponsors as again, Camas kicking off, taken by Held, this time at the 10. Held, a little bit of a seam out to the 30 before he's taken down this time. So a little better field position here for Rockland, but they've got to get something going on offense.
Number 33, Levi Ashmead on the tackle. Brings him down at the 30, 1st and 10 for the Rockland Bulldogs.
So they'll spread things out on offense here. 2 receivers to each side, just 3 down linemen. And Matthews by himself. Matthews on a straight take. Makes the guy miss in the middle. Going to get very near a 1st down. It looks like he might be just short. We'll see where the, nope, they're going to give it to him. 1st down for Rockland, 10 more yards for Teague Matthews.
And if it wasn't for Kelby Cox making the tackle, he would have gone for a lot more. A new set of downs for the Bulldogs.
Again, not a real quick strike offense. At least they go no huddle, but they're waiting for the call from the sideline is Rockland. Back to pass is Matthews. Coverage breaks down. He's on the run. Stiff arm, can't get away. Sacked for about a 3-yard loss.
Zach Pittock chased him down and pulled him down. A loss of about 2.
Number 7, Zach Pittock. Loss of 2 yards on the play brings up.
It's going to be 3rd now, 2nd and 13, excuse me.
2nd down and 12 for the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs, receiver on each end, running back on each side of Matthews.
And either
looks
offsides, it looks like.
Yep.
On the defense, they jumped across early.
Dominic Gross, the nose tackle, got a little too excited. Jumped off sides before the ball was snapped.
2nd down and 7 for the Bulldogs.
So they'll get 5 free ones, making it 2nd and 7 here. As Matthews back to pass again. Again, pressure all over him. And throws incomplete. He's only completed 1 pass. He's about 1 for 5 here for 5 yards. And really the big thing I'm seeing, Dean, is he doesn't have time to throw the ball.
No, the offensive line is not doing him any favors, and the Camas defensive line is coming in full throttle with number 36 in their sights.
Yeah, and even that time, 34 got by his man. Probably could have been a holding call as Rockland lineman was holding on for dear life. This time it looks like Rockland, or they're only going to bring 2 and then a late 3rd. Pass complete for a 1st down. No, the back judge comes in and says incomplete.
Looks like he had it, but on the way down he may have lost it once he hit the ground, or on the way down he didn't have the ball. Good call coming in from the back judge and the side judge.
Yeah, initially one of the line judges thought that it was caught, and they do punt away. A better punt here, not super deep, but a nice high punt that's going to take a bad bounce.
It bounced just inside the 30,
Matthews, the punter,
but comes back just inside the 40.
So that ball will be at the 31-yard line for the Mushers. 6:47 still here in the 1st quarter, 16-0. There have been 2 offensive plays run by the Mushers and 2 touchdowns, both from Troy Smith. He had a 65-yard touchdown run and then a 35-yard touchdown run. He's looking to add on to that total right now.
Once again, Camas lined up with those split backs in the backfield. Double tight formation.
Turn around, this handoff will go to somebody else, and that is number 40 on the carry for Camas County. That's Tyson Tupper. No gain on the play.
Now that's the play they ran before for Troy Smith. They faked the dive to the one back. The other back This time, Tyson Tupper takes it on the counter going the other way. Rockland was ready this time, tackled him for no gain.
So back to the line of scrimmage, clock running. 2nd and 10 for the Mushers. They've run 3 offensive plays now, but find themselves up 16-0. Handoff to Smith. Smith tripped up in the backfield. Good open field tackle.
And off to number 22, Troy Smith.
Troy Smith was the single back this time in the backfield. They sent a man in motion going from left to right, then countered to Smith going back to the left. But again, Rockland was not fooled.
Yeah, the D end, Cody Woodworth, with the tackle there for no gain. And now it's 3rd and 10 for the Mushers.
Once again, split backs in the backfield.
Smith back to pass this time. He's got a man down the middle of the field, but can't get it to him. Now Smith changing directions, in trouble, gets it off, and the ball is incomplete. Tristan Smith threw it to Troy, and Troy was looking for running room before he caught the football. It fell incomplete. 4th and 10 now.
Yeah, he definitely was running before he had the catch. They're lucky to be only at 4th and 10. That could have been a tackle for a huge loss.
Yes. Tristan Smith, the quarterback, was back near the 20 when he let go of that ball. Back to punt. And it's a low liner. Caught back at the 35, immediately tackled. Great coverage by the Mushers. No return on the play, and the ball will be back at the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 for Rockland.
Aiden Radford, the receiver back deep to take the punt, could only take a couple steps to one side before number 40, Tyson Tupper of the Mushers, tackled him down.
1st and 10 Bulldogs from the 32-yard line.
So 1st and 10 from the 33 for the Bulldogs. 5:12 left to go, still here in the first quarter. Matthews, high snap over his head. He catches it, but he's tackled immediately for a big loss. Barely had time to corral that snap. And all the way back to the 24-yard line.
Number 13, Kevin Berg on the sack.
And a loss of 9 on the bad snap there. 2nd and 19. High snap again. Matthews gets rid of it down the middle of the field. Nearly picked off. It was intended for held. It would have been a 1st down, but it'll be 2nd and 19 with 4:37 left in the first.
Trevor Tews, number 24, coming in, closing in on that pass, was able to knock it down before held had a chance to bring it in.
So again, 3rd and 20. 3rd and 19 for Rockland. Is other than that first drive where they had a big run from Matthews, they've gone backwards on their possessions. Down the middle of the field again. This ball caught for a 1st down. Hauled in by number 2. That is Aiden Radford. Great catch in the middle of the field.
Good enough for a Bulldog 1st down.
He got the 1st down and more with that one. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Looks like the 47-yard line.
About a 23-yard pass. And now a handoff. And nowhere to go there. The handoff was to number 38, Ethan Crump.
Got to the line of scrimmage and was met by at least 2 or 3 Musher defenders to tackle him down. They ran a split back similar to Camas County, ran a similar counter play, but the Mushers saw it coming.
So 2nd and 10 now. Ball out the 47-yard line with 3:40 left here in the first. Back to passes. Matthews again in trouble. Steps up and slings it across the middle, incomplete. It was intended for number 27, I believe. Maybe Zach Perman.
Matthews pass
one of the freshmen on this Bulldog team. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now with 3:31 left. And that, again, Matthews has no time in the pocket. He immediately had to step up to avoid the rush, one guy from each side, and then kind of had to throw a sidearm pass. They're really forcing him into rush his throws. And again,
little overzealous on the Camas County defense. Number 34, Emmett Palin, taking a step before the ball was snapped.
Yeah, they've done a pretty good job so far of anticipating that count and getting a good jump, but that time Palin, like you said, too eager. And it'll be 3rd and 5 after the penalty yards. And that's something, you know, that Rockland may have to do a lot, is really mix up the snap count to keep those guys from anticipating so well. Matthews back to pass and throws it behind held his intended receiver. It'll be 4th and 5 now.
Back to your point, yeah, the Rockland might have to change up the snap count, maybe go with a hard count every now and then, just change their rhythm, change their pace to keep these Mushers defenders to hold up just a little bit so he can have room to move.
Pass downfield, caught down the middle of the field to the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 to Held.
That's Abe Held.
Xander Schofield making the catch, or else Held would have gone in 4-6.
1st and 10 from the 25.
About a 28-yard pass play down the middle of the field. It was 4th and 5, so they pick up the 4th down conversion and keep the drive alive. Down 2 scores here with 3:21 left in the first quarter. A long first quarter as we're approaching 30 minutes in this quarter so far. A lot of change of possession, a lot of pass plays from Rockland especially. This time he'll pass again, Matthews. As that falls incomplete, a little bit of contact down there, but not much. It was intended for number 2, Aiden Radford.
Number 4, Tyson Tupper on the defense.
So
on the coverage.
It'll be 2nd and 10 now. 3:03 left in the quarter. Back to pass. Little screen pass and dropped. It was intended for number 28, I believe, Cody Woodworth. And now it'll be 3rd and 10.
Not a bad idea, taking advantage of Camas County's aggressiveness, especially on the defensive line. A middle screen like that to the running back is a good idea. It's just he dropped it. We'll probably see that again.
Matthews rolling right and gets away. He's got some room to run, makes a man miss, and then tackled from behind. He's going to pick up, no, he's going to get back to the line of scrimmages also. 4th and 10 now.
Kelby Cox with the tackle. Matthews, had he tucked it away, he could have gone at least for the first down. But Kelby Cox tackles him from behind. No gain instead for Rockland.
So 2:26 left here in the first quarter. As Rockland's had a couple sustained drives, but they haven't been able to put anything into the end zone. Back to pass is Matthews. Rush coming, hit as he lets go of it, ball up in the air, and it falls incomplete. So a turnover on downs once again. The Mushers will take over at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 for Camas County.
Pass was intended for Abe Held. Number 24, Trevor Tews, there on the coverage, knocking it down to where nobody could catch it. And Camas, again, takes over on downs.
Remember, all of the semifinal games going on this weekend are on IdahoSports.com. There's a few of them that are video broadcasted, and then the rest audio, but every game here on IdahoSports.com. Check out the scores, too, as they go final. You can get them all on IdahoSports.com. Pitch out from Smith. That ball popped up in the air. It's fumbled and recovered by Rockland. big hit out there on the corner, and Rockland forces the first turnover.
Ethan Crump recovers the fumble. Number 40, Tyson Tupper, I believe, got the pitch. Didn't quite put it away as he turned to run upfield. A little bobble, a little fumble, and once again, Ethan Crump there to jump on it.
Looked like Eli Hendrickson, number 24, might have been the first guy to pop him and jar that ball loose. So a timeout looks like going to be taken by the Mushers. 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. A new life for the Rockland Bulldogs. We're going to keep it here and thank a couple more of our local sponsors.
Town and Country Realty in Fairfield is your place to call if you're in the market for a home, a farm, a ranch, or anything in between. They know the local area better than anyone and can make your next purchase easier than you ever expected. Town and Country Realty is proud to support the Camas County Mushers. Resort Electric LLC is a proud supporter of Camas County Athletics. They are your first choice for all things electrical, from new construction and remodels to service work, data and networking, and everything in between. Let the professionals at Resort Electrical get it done. They serve the entire Wood River Valley with everything you need for that next project. Call Anthony Newhowie today at 208-329-4289 or send an email to resortelectric@outlook.com. Go Mushers.
Once again, a huge thanks to all of our sponsors. Also want to just give you a heads up about our halftime show. It's the Idaho Launch halftime show. A lot of money available to high school seniors. Stick around at halftime to find out how they can get it. Back to pass, Matthews in trouble, steps up. Now he gets it away. Again, a dropped pass. That should have been completed for all the way down inside the 10. And right now, when Matthews does have time to get passes away, his receivers tend to be dropping the ball.
Aiden Radford, the intended receiver, went right through his hands, bounced off his numbers, and harmlessly onto the grass. Nothing doing so far for the Bulldogs.
Minute 54 left, 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. Matthews takes it himself, little fake handoff up the middle, but only going to get a yard.
Troy Smith there to make the tackle, keeping Matthews to only a short gain.
And this is the best scoring opportunity so far for the Bulldogs. A minute 35 and counting here at the end of the first quarter. 3rd and 9. So a lot of yards to go here for Rockland. Back to pass. Matthews across the middle. It's caught. Touchdown, Rockland. Pass complete to number 7, Abe Held. And the Bulldogs get on the board.
A nice pass to Held coming across the middle. Got the first down and more as Held scores the touchdown. 6 points for the Bulldogs.
They'll line up to go for 2, it looks like. A very deep I formation. Little option running it for Matthews. He'll keep it. And he'll get tackled. The man on the run that time, number 27, that's Zach Perman, the freshman. He was the quarterback in that situation, had nowhere to pitch it, and so it'll stay 16-6.
Mushers covered that very well. They had a man ready for the pitchman, Teague Matthews. But as Zach Perman took the ball upfield, he was met by more defenders. Football fans, nobody wants to need an auto body repair specialist, but sometimes life throws you a curveball, and you'll be glad to know you have a friend at Impact Auto Body. Located in Haley and serving all of the Wood River Valley, they'll be there to get your vehicle looking right in no time. You can reach them at 208-788-4016. With winter coming, the chance for mishaps increases. So if something does go wrong, remember Impact Auto Body. Go Mushers.
Remember, you can visit nextsteps.idaho.gov/launch to apply for money for training and education after high school. Seniors are eligible for up to $8,000 for education and training after high school. That is Idaho Launch. We'll have they're presenting our halftime show. We'll have that coming up for you. But we're not through the first quarter yet. 1:20 left here still. It might be a long night here, Dean.
It could be. Luckily, we brought layers.
Yes. We are in a booth tonight, but as you can imagine, not heated. We got the windows open so we can see a little better. So a nice, cool night. Should have brought my little space heater. That ball recovered and picked up by number 67, looking for some room to run, and now he finds it and going to carry it back out to about the 32, 33-yard line.
Xander Schofield recovering the pooch kick. They didn't kick it deep. They just kind of kicked a high arcing over the first line of the receiving team. Did Rockland. Rockland kicked a high pooch kick to no man's land as their goal. Xander Schofield was there to pick up and run for a few yards. First down for the Mushers.
1:13 left here in the quarter, 16-6. Rockland does capitalize on the turnover. Handoff goes to Smith. Smith, more open running room. Stiff arm. It's him against Matthews. Again, a little hesitation, and he picks up extra yards.
Huge run for young Troy Smith, the senior. He's having a good day today, and it's only the first quarter.
So about a 40-yard run, 42-yard run for Smith.
First down for the Mushers at the 29-yard line.
So another good scoring opportunity here for the Mushers. Still a lot of time left here in the half, but not in the quarter. 35 seconds and counting.
Probably got time for one more for sure.
Yeah, especially if it's a run play.
We'll see how soon they get back to the huddle.
Yeah, taking their time as now they get back. Count from the back judge. They get it off. Handoff coming around this side to number 34, but he's going to just dive back to the line of scrimmage. That's Emmett Palin on the run.
Bit of a tight end reverse. They had the twin back, the split back look in their backfield. They fake to the running backs, give it to the tight end coming back the other way around. Short gain for the Mushers, and that takes us to the end of the first quarter.
So we're going to step away. We'll thank a couple sponsors. This is the 2023 State Football Playoffs here on IdahoSports.com. We'll be right back.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Welcome back here as we get ready to start the second quarter. It's Camas County 16-6, and honestly, looking at that first quarter, Camas County dominated, and the turnover is what led to those 6 points for Rockland. So a very dominating first quarter for Camas County, but Rockland right back in this thing as they get 6 on the board. It'll be 2nd and 9 now that we're back from the quarter break. There was a 1-yard gain on that last carry from Palin, Emmett Palin. So 2nd and 9.
Change of direction.
As now we've changed direction, and a hard count immediately gets Rockland to jump. So 5 freebies will make it 2nd and 4 now.
Two of the Rockland defenders jumped off sides that time, and that's the kind of stuff that drives a coach crazy because the ball is right there. At least that's what coach would be yelling.
Handoff around the outside. It's Smith. Smith on the run. Smith cut down at the 10-yard line. Troy Smith.
Tackled down by Abe Held. Looked like the Rockland defense was trying to push him out of bounds. He may have been able to get through, but Abe Held tackles Troy Smith down. Good enough for 1st and goal now for the Mushers.
1st and goal right at the 10. And 14 more yards tacked on for Smith. He's already got, that's over 150 yards rushing in 1 quarter and 35 seconds.
Yeah, he's having a good night.
Just underway here in the 2nd quarter, 11:15 on the clock. As Tristan Smith goes under center, turns around, hands it off to Troy. Troy slipped and went down at the 10. He was trying to cut it back inside. And a little bit of dew, a little bit of cool grass out there tonight on a very cool night here in Gooding.
Yep, it was a off tackle to the right. The blockers were going to the right. He tried to cut it back to the left, and his cleats just went out from underneath him.
With 10:35 left here, back in the gun is Smith. Smith, miscommunication, throws the interception, Held right there to pick it off, and he'll return it back to the 15-yard line. So a 2nd turnover forced, and the Mushers have fumbled one and thrown one away.
It looked like the receiver, Emmett Palin, had cut towards the post, the goal posts, and Tristan Smith tossed it as if he was going to run an out route. Miscommunication there, leading to the interception.
Matthews steps up. He's got room to run in front of him. Matthews all the way down to the 35, we'll say the 37-yard line. So 22 yards on the carry for Matthews.
Rockland trying to build some momentum, taking advantage of the turnover. They've got a lot farther to go this time than they did when they recovered the fumble in the 1st quarter, but so far, so good for the Bulldogs.
Speaking of 100-yard rushers, Matthews well over 100 already as well. Held with the catch. Held gets away from the first tackler, slips it inside for a 1st down. Out to about the 48-yard line, a flag all the way back at the 30. It's going to be holding. So a big loss, actually, 10 yards from the spot. So that'll put them all the way back to the 20. They've got to get out to the 47. So it'll be 1st and 27.
The flag came down about 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and then they're going to be backed up 10 yards from there, as you said. Once again, the Mushers defense coming in hot, and the Rockland offensive line ended up holding.
Back to pass is Matthews again. Pumps, tucks, and then thrown and incomplete. Big hit in the middle of the field. The intended receiver was number 2, Aiden Radford.
Tyson Tupper came up, timed it just right, got to Radford the same time the ball got there. Broke up the play. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, big hit, upended Radford. Back to pass again is Matthews. Matthews in trouble. Gets it away. Lots of running room. Going to be a 1st down. And more out across midfield. Pass complete to number 28. That is Cody Woodworth. Good hands that time, and a 1st down.
Good enough for
about a 25-yard pass completion.
Those are the kind of passes that have been working so far, those short, quick passes for Rockland. They've gone deep a couple times with limited success, but it looks like the short passing game might be the way to go for the Bulldogs.
That pass complete to Held. Held's down the right sideline for a first down and more, finally pushed out of bounds around the 30-yard line. Another 20 yards on the pass play for Matthews to Held.
Held was on the left side, lined up as a tight end, came across the middle. It was a 5-yard game when he caught it, and then just the yards after catch broke it before he got tackled down.
So at the 30-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. And again, jumping there on this near right side, number 18, Dominic Gross. So 5 free yards down to the 25-yard line now. And these last few plays, the aggressiveness of those front three has kind of hurt the Mushers as they've led the outside wide open. That time Matthews in trouble. Gets away from the first and the second, throws complete for another first down. That ball caught by number 27 for the Bulldogs, Zach Perman.
Zach Pittock for the Mushers defense making a tackle right at this sideline, or else Perman might have had 6 points on the play there.
At the 15 now. 1st and 10, 8:53 left here in the first half. Matthews steps up. On the run, gets rid of it, incomplete.
Pass intended for number 38, Ethan Crump, but the ball lands right at Crump's feet. No chance for Crump to make the catch. Again, Teague Matthews scrambling around, running around, trying to avoid the Mushers pass rush.
Yeah, and that's going to be the story of this ball game. If Matthews can get free enough and have enough time to throw this football, they've had success. And occasionally they'll get a broken play where he's able to scramble away. But if the Mushers can contain him, it's going to be a long night for the Bulldogs. Matthews again running. Flags come in. Throw to the end zone. Picked off in the end zone by the Mushers. We do have a flag. I'm going to guess that's a holding penalty. And if it is, they'll decline that and take the turnover.
Trevor Tews with the interception in the end zone. I would guess that they would take the interception. Yes, holding against Rockland, declined. Camas County ball on the touchback. 1st and 10 Mushers at the 20-yard line.
So 2 turnovers from the Mushers, and now they force one of their own as they pick off Matthews in the end zone. 1st and 10 after the touchback. 8:37 left here in the second quarter. That would have been a big score if they could have got it for Rockland. Handoff to Troy Smith. Troy around the right side. He's going to just take on Held. And he goes down. It's going to be a first down off carry 12 yards for Smith.
Abe Held, number 7, a 5'8", 150-pound senior, taking on Troy Smith, 6'1", 175. Both guys just lowered their shoulders into each other.
A pretty even match there.
Yep.
As they just went straight to the ground, but a big pickup and another first down for the Mushers. 8:11 left here in the quarter. Handoff this time, number 40 on the carry. Tries to cut back inside and slipped again. We've seen a couple players do that now. Tyson Tupper loses a yard, it looks like.
Rockland defense was there. I don't know if he would have gained much more had he cut back on the run there.
Yeah, he's trying to get to the edge initially. Rockland did a good job containing, forcing him back inside, and he just slipped. So 2nd and 11. 7:35 and counting here in the second quarter. Back to pass is Tristan Smith. This time he's in trouble. Still on his feet. Can't get rid of it and does. Are they going to say that's no, they're going to say intentional grounding.
Pressure on the quarterback, Tristan Smith.
Oh, no, they're going to say he was down.
Yep, they set the ball down where he was tackled. They're calling that a sack, that he was down before the pass, before he got rid of the pass.
And that might be more of a a forward progress thing or progress that was stopped. And instead of him actually going down, I'm not sure he was down technically on the ground. But under center nonetheless. Handoff up the middle. This time pitched back to Smith, and then he gets sacked back at the 10.
Aiden Radford tripping up Smith in the backfield. They give the ball to Troy Smith on the counter. He gets held up, turns around, tosses it back to his quarterback, Tristan Smith. And again, number 2 for the Bulldogs, Aiden Radford there to trip up Tristan, and a big loss for Camas County.
4th down and 30 for the Mushers.
4th and 30 from their own 10-yard line, back to punt at the goal line. The punt is away. It's a spiral. Takes a nice bounce for the Mushers toward our sideline, and it's going to die at the 44-yard line as it's down there by Tyson Tupper. So they got about 10 yards beyond the first down marker with the punt. It's a long, they were 4th and 30.
Well, all things considered, that could have ended a lot worse for Camas County. Rockland takes over in good field position inside midfield on their.
Yeah, the ball sitting about the 45 or 44-yard line. 1st and 10, 6:07 left. Matthews on a straight run, hit at the line of scrimmage, breaks free. High stepping through the secondary. He's at the 10, the 5, touchdown Rockland. Teague Matthews showing off the high step, breaking tackles, and he goes for 44 yards for a touchdown.
Teague Matthews on that quarterback dive, showing a little juke, taking advantage of that 6'5", 210 frame, having a couple guys bounce off of him, and then showing the speed to finish the play. 6 points.
16-12. Matthews throwing for 2. He leaves it short. He had a man on the break, but he left it short of him, and so 2-point conversion's not good. It's 16-12, but just like that, Rockland is within a score here with 5:57 left here in the second. And looking back on their game they played way back at the start of the season in August, it was 62-12 was the final of this one. So unless something crazy happens here, we might have a little bit of a closer game in this one. We're going to remind everybody to stick around for the halftime shows that's coming up.
Once again, Rockland taking advantage of a Camas County turnover. First time was a fumble at about the 25-yard line going in. This time they take advantage, drive the field, and score 6 off the interception by Abe Held.
I want to thank, this sounds amazing, Lou Campbell Massage Therapy. They specialize in Hawaiian, Mauna Lomi, and hot stone healing therapy. They're cheering on the Camas County Mushers. Good luck from Lou Campbell Massage Therapy. And Wood River Drilling and Pump in Bellevue is a locally owned business serving the Wood River Valley with top-of-the-line pump drilling services. At Wood River Drilling and Pump, they can take care of all types of domestic water systems. So if you're building a new house or just need your current system upgraded, call Brandon and Jennifer with Wood River Drilling and Pump at 208-788-3163. Proud to support Camas County Athletics. A short kick picked up at the 35, and now a return in place across midfield and finally ripped down. Ball came loose, and Rockland picks it up. They stripped it away, and the Bulldogs get another turnover. They'll take over at the 45-yard line.
Once again, the short kick covered, scooped up by Xander Schofield. He rumbles down the field, and as he's getting tackled, loses the ball. Rockland recovers. Rockland building momentum now. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 45.
Another turnover from the Mushers, and Rockland could take the lead on this drive. They were down 16-0. some turnovers have allowed them to score, and they've got a good opportunity here. Matthews, straight up the middle run, spun around. Now he's going to switch field. And a lot of running for about a yard. He ran about 30 yards in circles and ended up gaining 1, 2nd and 9.
Credit to the Mushers defense for staying home, not overcommitting to the scrambling Matthews, able to tackle him down for a short game.
2nd and 9, the ball sitting at the 47-yard line. As they spread it out here, 2 receivers to each side. Matthews by himself in the gun. Back to pass, pocket collapsing, he throws it, it's short. Contact downfield, and in comes the pass interference call. And I know the Mushers aren't going to like that. We'll see if it stands. But
Aiden Radford, the intended receiver, looks like, got tripped up with the defender, and it was enough for the referees to call a pass interference.
And obviously we're a long ways away, so I didn't see exactly what happened. But sometimes feet just get tangled up, and it maybe looked something like that. But again, if there's enough contact, if there's hands-on and the feet get tangled up, a lot of times you're going to get that PI call. And so 15 yards marked off. The ball's across midfield down to the 39-yard line for the Bulldogs. Matthews back to pass at the feet of the intended receiver. And they're wanting holding as the Mushers rush defense coming up on Matthews, but they're getting by so quickly that even if there is a grab, he's already almost to the quarterback by the time there's a hold.
Well, and in that case, I do see where the Mushers coaches have a beef.
Oh,
however, it was the referee wasn't in at the right angle to see it.
Correct. He was behind the play instead of from our vantage point. Ball dumped off. There you're going to have a holding. Paul Instead, that ball comes loose, put on the turf.
Zach Pittock for the Mushers comes up with the ball. We'll see what the flag is.
It's probably holding.
And if it's against Rockland, I'll bet you Camas County.
Yeah, holding against Rockland. So that penalty will be declined. And after the catch, turnover, I believe that was number 2 that fumbled it for the Bulldogs. It was Aiden Radford who put that one on the grass.
And once again, Zach Pittock right there to cover the fumble. Again, turnovers playing huge in this game. Rockland takes advantage of a fumble, but then fumbles it themselves, and now Camas County takes over.
So 4:49 left here in the second. Mushers back with the football at the 35-yard line. Back to pass is Tristan Smith. Tristan trying to get away from the rush. He does. Now he's got room to run on the near sideline. Blockers out in front, and then out of bounds. That's going to be really late.
Oh.
Like not even close to. I mean, he was 6 yards out of bounds.
Almost got tackled into the bench.
And I think just a little situation there, probably lose a little mental mistake there from Rockland.
At first it wasn't so bad. He got pushed out of bounds, and then the defender just finished the tackle, wrapped him up, took him down well out of bounds, and the referee's looking out for the player's safety, throws the flag.
Yeah, and that's one of those things. You got to know where you're at on the field, and you got to know the situation. From the 40-yard line after the penalty, back to pass is Tristan Smith. Tristan in trouble. Now he's being rushed out. Finds room to run, gets tripped up, but still picks up a first down. Ball on the turf.
Called down by the referee. Good call by the referee. Came in as soon as the ball came out to call that Tristan Smith was down before the ball came out. First down for the Mushers.
So the Mushers, a little bit of fire on their sideline over here, as they only are up 4 here with 4 minutes left in the first half. Handoff goes to Troy Smith. Troy trying to get to the outside. Finds a little room on the corner, spins away from the couple of guys, and then bulldogged by Teague Matthews. Smith picks up only, let's see, they're going to give him about 5 on the carry.
Yep, once again, Troy Smith trying to break it to the outside. But there was 3 Bulldog defenders ready for him. He had to do a little spin move, little circle button on your PlayStation controller, and got tackled down before he could break away from more.
3:15 and counting here in the first half. Tristan Smith under center. Turns back to pass now. Down the middle of the field's got his man. Touchdown! Pass completed to Tyson Tupper right down the middle of the field. And the turnover is converted into a touchdown for the Mushers.
He ran a post route behind the safeties, and Tristan Smith put the ball perfectly in stride. The Bulldog safeties looking at each other in confusion.
Yeah, they just let him run right between him, and Smith just threw it over the top. Easy touchdown. Now they're going to go for 2. Tristan now rolling back to his right. Broken play. Finds a receiver and throws it for the 2-point conversion to number 34 for the Mushers. That is Emmett Palin.
Rockland brought the heat, but Tristan Smith able to get away in enough time to sling it to Emmett Palin. Emmett Palin in the end zone, good hands for the 2-point conversion. 24-12 advantage, Camas County.
Let's step away for a little break. We'll thank a couple more of our sponsors. This is IdahoSports.com and the 2023 State Football Playoffs. We'll be right back.
Idaho isn't your average state, and we are not your average people. We're not afraid to jump feet first, and we see the world a little differently. We know the importance of slowing down and the value of catching up. When we're not busy getting lost, we're looking out for one another. Our whitewater is aggressive, but our driving is not. We know all about taking chances, but we also know our limits. We drive safely because we care. It's who we are.
Welcome back as we're getting ready for the kickoff here after the touchdown, the 30-yard touchdown pass from Smith to Tupper. Kick taken at the 9, returned by Held. Held hit at the 18 and then dropped at the 20-yard line. So with 2:58 left here in the half, Rockland finds themselves down by 12. Wow. Math was not working right there. But they find themselves down 2 touchdowns here. 1st and 10, I formation. Matthews rolling right, gets rid of it. Great catch. One-handed behind him. A great catch by number 2 for the Bulldogs. That was Aiden Radford.
Tyson Tupper in on the tackle, or Radford had a lot of green in front of him.
And that was a great catch by Radford. The ball was behind him. He snagged it with one hand and then corralled it for a gain of 7. Matthews This time to Held. Held looking for room to run, hit hard and dropped, but a first down across the 35 to the 37.
Troy Smith and Trevor Tews in on the tackle. First down for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs lining up 2 wide receivers on each side. Matthews by himself in the backfield.
Just 2 minutes to work here. Matthews steps up, looking downfield, got hit from behind. Lucky to hold on to that, honestly, and picks up about 3 yards. Man, he was really loosey-goosey with that football and got hit around his arm.
You can see Emmett Palin going in for the judo chop to knock the ball loose.
Judo chop.
Matthews gets free, but then number 22, Troy Smith, tackles him down before he could get more yards.
Man in motion across the formation. Just dumped off to Woodworth. Woodworth breaks through a couple tacklers, still on his feet. He's rumbling, bumbling, dragging a defender all the way down to the 35-yard line.
Zach Pittock holding on for dear life to the jersey. Brings him down. He had the jersey in one hand and then managed to trip him up with the other hand. Timeout called. Cody Woodworth showing some guts, showing some determination on the little swing pass.
Yeah, the 5'8" senior, 205, and man, he was pumping the legs on that one. Lots of squats in the gym were shown off on that play. As a little bit of a haze settling in across the way. On a cold night here in Gooding.
Could it be the smoke from the fireworks?
Have there been fireworks?
I thought there was at the beginning of the game. Maybe that first touchdown. I don't know. But it looks really cool.
Yeah, they've just kind of hung around if that's the case. But yeah, just a little haze.
Right above the goalposts and almost the north side of the football field.
Yep. A beautiful, cool night here in Gooding.
A great place for a football game, too. Gooding High School. I've always enjoyed my times coming out here for football.
Yeah, it's sitting at about 39 degrees, but it feels colder than that to me. And
movement on both sides.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a little discussion here from the officials because the white hat threw a flag back on his end for false start. And the line judge, it is a false start first. So Rockland moved, which is what drew Troy Smith offsides. So 5 yards lost, 1:21 left in the quarter. 1st and 15 from the 40. I formation again. Under center is Matthews. Matthews turns. A little screen pass again. Caught and slipped down as he's trying to make his cut. That was number 27, Zach Perman.
Gain of about 2 on the play. Matthews fakes the run, turns around, and as the defense is coming, drops it off to the running back he just faked to. Not a bad idea, but again, Zach Perman slips for a minimal gain.
Running out of time here. Matthews steps up, throws down the field, and it's knocked down. Good defense there. It was intended for held. A flag sitting, well, there's 2 flags actually. One back at the 45 and one at the 40. Holding against Rockland.
Looks like both referees saw it. Trevor Tews again on the defense, knocking the pass down. But the penalty trumps the play, and the Bulldogs back up.
Yeah, it's going to be 1st and almost 25. We'll say 1st and 20, or 2nd and 24, excuse me. Ball sitting at the 49-yard line. They've got to get down to the 25. Matthews in trouble. Gets away from the rush, steps up, leaves it short. He had a receiver down at the 30. It was Perman. but it is left short, and now it's 3rd and 25.
Perman could not quite get his hands under the ball, and it skips incomplete. 3rd down now for the Bulldogs.
37 seconds left here in the quarter and the half. And Matthews across the middle. It's overthrown and picked off.
Trevor Tews on the coverage.
His 2nd interception of the day, and he will return it out to the 37-yard line. And Matthews pleading his case with the white hat about something going on. He felt like there was a play missed.
Perhaps a face mask he was asking for on the tackle.
To no avail. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Mushers here at the 40-yard line. And if you're Rockland right here, the big thing is you cannot give up a score at the end of this half. Just 25 seconds left in the half. You've got to hold strong here on defense.
And Camas County gets the ball after the half.
Back to pass is Tristan Smith. He's rushed out of the pocket and then pushed out of bounds. And he'll pick up about 3, it looks like, to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, Rockland cannot give up a score. Camas County gets the kickoff after the half.
19 seconds on the clock now. They actually said he went out of bounds at the line of scrimmage. I thought he picked up some yards, so no gain.
A smart play by Smith, running out of bounds to stop the clock. That way the Mushers don't have to burn a timeout.
Ball sits on the 40-yard line. They've got 60 yards to go if they are going to try to score a touchdown. 2 wideouts to the right. Tristan Smith back by himself. Ball's under his feet on a low snap. Now Smith in trouble, looking for somewhere to run. He's in trouble still, being chased back all the way to the 10-yard line. Now he'll get rid of it. It's caught. 1 man to beat. Still going to be a loss of about 7, but there's a flag back at the 33-yard line.
The quarterback Smith scrambling for his life. Finds an open man, number 34, and it came in.
Yeah, we're going to see what the call is on the flag, holding on the Mushers.
So it'll actually be, they'll lose more yards than they would have because it's going to be from the spot of the foul.
And the flag was thrown about 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
So it should 10 yards after that.
Yeah, the ball should be going back to about the 23-yard line, actually.
Gotta be 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
All the way back to the 23. So it'll be 2nd and a long ways. About 27 yards to go after that. Timeout taken by the Mushers. They've got to get to the 50 for a 1st down. The ball's sitting at the 23-yard line. We're going to step away for a break. We'll come back. This is the playoffs here in the state of Idaho. The Mushers taking on the Bulldogs. We'll be right back.
Aww. Folks, I've got good news and bad news. Bad news? You just took that selfie with poison ivy. Great photo, though.
That's poison ivy?
Oh, yeah. And that, and that, and that, and that. Good news. Someone gets to use their coverage from Your Health Idaho. I mean, that's a great day for everyone. Quality coverage for as low as $0 a month.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
All right, welcome back. After all of that, 3 seconds left on the game clock here in the first half. The Mushers have it back on their own 23-yard line. but it's 2nd and 27. And are we going to really take another timeout?
2 timeouts in a row. Okay.
Well, I guess you don't get to take them with you after.
I didn't know you were allowed to do that. Okay.
So another timeout, as if the first half hasn't been long enough, as we are going on an hour and 18 minutes in the first half. We still have halftime, which will be another 15-plus minutes. A long playoff game here. It's been an exciting one, though. The Mushers find themselves up 2 scores, 24-12. Remember to stick around. We're going to have the halftime show. It's the Idaho Launch halftime show coming right up just in a few minutes after those numbers hit 0 up there on the clock. We'll let y'all know about the Idaho Launch halftime.
Well, as they come out from the timeout, I'm going to guess either a kneel down or everybody go out for a pass. We'll see.
So they're going to hand it to Troy Smith. Clock is run down to 0. Smith in trouble. I'm not really sure what happened. Oh, he must have kneeled it. So Troy Smith just kneeled it down, and that will end the half. 24-12. The Mushers are on top. It wasn't pretty in that first half, but they're up 2 scores, so they got to be happy about that. Rockland probably happy to find themselves only down 2 scores. We're going to step away for a little break. We'll come back with the Idaho Launch halftime show. This is IdahoSports.com.
As Idahoans, we're not afraid to take risks.
All the way, all the way. Go. All the way down, all the way down.
Driving under the influence is not a risk we're willing to take. Be around to do more of what you love.
This is not what I asked for.
Once again, we have contributed to your ideal college savings program. Love, Grandma and Grandpa.
Give the gift of college savings this holiday season with Ideal, Idaho's 529 college savings program. Eventually, they'll appreciate it.
I love it. Thank you.
College costs money.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. Thanks for being there when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs. Toyota. Let's go places.
I am Kevin, and I'm from Idaho Falls. It's important for the disabled to be vaccinated because of COVID. I chose to be vaccinated because I didn't want to be sick or in the hospital. Getting the vaccination, my experience was painless and worth it. It was a very wise choice.
Former regional champ and back in training.
That's commitment.
Ow!
Oh, tough start. This is not as easy as it used to be, folks.
And she's off. Obviously pushing through some pain.
Every muscle is begging her to stop. How's she doing this?
I'm not even sure she knows.
Look at her go. And stop.
Come on.
And go again.
It's literally the home stretch. Whoa!
She made it. Feel the elation.
What fuels that kind of fire?
Idaho Sports Nation, Ideal, Idaho's education savings program, is a proud partner of IdahoSports.com and an ideal way to save for college. Did you know it only takes $25 to start an Ideal 529 savings account and you get tax benefits? There is no better time than today to start saving for college expenses for you or for a loved one. Information and a full disclosure statement, including risks, terms, and conditions, can be found online. Please read carefully before investing. idsaves.org. Go save for college and go Idaho student athletes.
We're Valley-wide cooperative. For 100 years, we've been your first choice for residential and commercial propane, fuels, oils, and lubricants. We service HVAC, install water heaters, propane tanks, and accessories. And yes, we'll even deliver right where you need it. Because for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Dear Detour, you asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota Trucks.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Folks, I've got good news and bad news. Bad news? You just took that selfie with poison ivy. Good news? Someone gets to use their coverage from Your Health Idaho. Quality coverage for as low as $0 a month.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west, where muddy trails meet huckleberry smiles. Stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange, and not all our steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed, no distractions, no phones, focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
Well, welcome back. We're at halftime, and welcome to the Idaho Launch Halftime Show. Did you know current Idaho high school seniors are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money? Apply today. Idaho Launch, support in every direction. Well, and welcome back at halftime. It's 24-12 with about 9 minutes left here to go in the halftime show. Thanks for joining us. It's been a good game so far. Opportunities for both of these teams to kind of break it open. Opportunities for Rockland really to be closer than they are. Turnovers have played a situation into this game, a couple turnovers from each squad. And so I'll give you a little bit of statistics here. Kind of leading the way, and no surprise for those that are Rockland fans, it's Teague Matthews. Teague Matthews, 115 yards rushing. He's also got 143 yards through the air. He's got a 20-yard touchdown pass. I'll take a look at my scoring summary here. Matthews, he's got a 44-yard touchdown rush and a 20-yard touchdown pass. On the other side of things, Troy Smith has been leading the way. He's got 163 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns, including the first 2 offensive plays for the Mushers. On the first drive, he took it 65 yards for a touchdown, and then on the next drive, took it 35 more for another touchdown. And then Tristan Smith had a 30-yard touchdown pass to Tupper. To make it 24-12, of course, the 2-point conversion. So just 3 touchdowns scored for, my math is not working well here tonight, Dean. I was thinking I'd missed a touchdown, but I was thinking 6 times 4, but I forgot about the 2-point conversions.
That's right. You know, those
so
tricky 2-point conversions.
24-12, 3 touchdowns for the Mushers and 2 for, just 2 scores for the Bulldogs. The big difference really, when you look at that then, is those 2-point conversions, because, you know, if the Bulldogs had converted both of theirs, it'd be 24-16, and we'd just be a one-score game. And
Yes.
as it is, it's a two-score game. So those missed opportunities have hurt the Bulldogs. Once again, the winner of this ball game will be playing in the championship next week. Excuse me. That game will be up north. They will take on either the winner of. Now, I should take that back. If the winner of that game is Hagerman,
true,
and the winner of this game, that game will be played down here in the south somewhere. If the winner of the game is Kendrick, which they are favored, then that game will be up north, and the winner of this game will have to play and travel up north. On the other side of things, for those that are interested, some scores for you. In the 3A ranks, the Sugar Salem Diggers beat Weiser 25-7. The Diggers are going for their 4th championship in 5 years. And the year they lost was to Weiser. They lost it in overtime on a failed 2-point conversion. They could have 5 state championships in a row. But as it is, they'll probably have to try to settle for a 4 out of 5, which isn't too bad.
No, not bad at all. What a great run Sugar Salem has been on the last few years. Incredible.
Yeah, just a dominating performance by them once again. Other scores, BK's up on Pocatello 14-3 at half. Coeur d'Alene up 7-0 at half. Declo leading 22-13 in the third quarter. And Hillcrest in the 4A ranks, 28-13 over conference rival Skyline. So a lot of good games going on. Butte County was up big on Logos as well. Westside was up on North Fremont 15-8 at halftime.
That game is final 22-8. Westside beats North Fremont.
So North Fremont will play for, Westside will play for another state title. They've had a run. North Fremont's been there for the last several years as well. In the 1A D2 ranks, of course, the other semifinal game will feature Kendrick at Hagerman tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock in Hagerman. And if you're looking for a little afternoon high school football to mix up with your college football that'll be going on tomorrow afternoon, just head on down to Hagerman. Nice little drive to Hagerman High School, and you can watch that game there. So, again, I want to thank you for being with us on the Idaho Launch Halftime Show. Idaho seniors, they can choose education or a training path, and Idaho Launch helps pay for it. And seniors, wherever your education and training path leads, Idaho Launch has financial support for high school graduates this year. So this is how it works. Idaho high school seniors graduating next spring are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money for career training and education through Idaho Launch. Funds can be used to cover the cost of apprenticeships, job training, community college, and university programs that lead to in-demand careers. Idaho Launch is a new grant program that provides students a one-time opportunity to have 80% of the tuition and fees at an eligible institution covered, up to a maximum amount of $8,000. With approximately $70 million available for Idaho Launch funding, it is possible for this program to offer between 9,000 and 10,000 awards per year. Applications open back on October 3rd. Just head to nextsteps.idaho.gov/launch to learn more and apply today. Here's the qualifications. You got to be a graduate of the class of 2024 from an Idaho high school, homeschool, or GED. Be an Idaho resident, be enrolled in or have applied to an eligible Idaho institution, begin enrollment by fall semester after graduation, and complete a career pathway plan at nextsteps.idaho.gov. Funds are limited, so be sure to apply before the November 30th priority deadline. Learn more and then apply today. Visit nextsteps.idaho.gov/launch. Huge opportunity for Idaho high school graduating seniors to get a little money to pay for training after high school.
And once again, the deadline for that is November 30th. So you only have a few more weeks to get that done.
Yep, 20 days. Don't delay. Get your money now. Well, a good game here between these squads. Want to thank our local sponsors, Timberline LLC, The Wrangler, Town & Country Realty, Resort Electric LLC, Impact Auto Body, Lou Campbell Massage Therapy, Wood River Drilling and Pump, UD Angus Plus, and Falls Dental and Driscoll Dental. Huge thanks to all of them. You'll hear more from them as we get into the second half as well. I want to thank the rest of our major sponsors as well. Of course, this is the 2023 Idaho High School Football Playoffs presented by the Idaho Transportation Department and Ideal, Idaho's college savings program. And that additional coverage from our major sponsors presented by Project Filter, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Valleywide Cooperative, Next Steps Idaho, Your Health Idaho, and your local Toyota dealer. And we'll have our player of the game presented by the Idaho Transportation Department after this ball game. 2 or 3 players, couple from each team vying for that spot here in this semifinal game. Well, Dean, what do you think Rockland needs to do here in the second half to close this gap?
I think they need to keep running the ball. They need to take advantage of those quick passes that were working well for them, because unfortunately their pass protection hasn't been spectacular at all. Poor Matthews has been running for his life in that backfield. So running quick passes, and they have to avoid those turnovers. That's been the big difference in this.
But then they turned around and turned it back over, which the Mushers turned into a touchdown. And so that's a great point. And you're right, offensively, Matthews doesn't have much time, so they're going to have to get the ball out of his hands. They're not out of this football game, just down 2 scores. Lots of time left in this game. In fact, that first half, we've already been here an hour and a half.
Make moves, take advantage of their speed. Rockland could be right back in this.
On the other side of the ball with the Mushers, they got off to a quick start. 2 plays, 2 touchdowns, both from Troy Smith on the ground. And then things kind of cooled off a little bit for him. Turned the ball over.
Troy Smith, Tyson Tupper just blasting it off tackle, up the middle, and then on defense, just keeping Matthews in check in the backfield. Don't let him get away and break those huge runs.
And it's getting ready for the second half to start. The Mushers are going to get the kickoff here to start the second half. As we get ready to take Apply Today, Idaho Launch, support in every direction. A huge thanks to them. And if you're a high school senior, and we hope you're planning on graduating and going on with your education, there's money sitting out there. It's available. Apply today. You've got till the 30th to apply. Turn out to the 30-yard line, and that'll be 1st and 10 for the Mushers from there.
Number 24, Trevor Tews taking the kick out to the 30-yard line.
We didn't mention it at halftime, but Tews has 2 interceptions.
Yes.
On the evening as well.
He's had a good game, a candidate for player of the game if Camas were to win.
So back to the line of scrimmage come the Mushers. Under center is Tristan Smith. He's got Troy and Tupper in the backfield. Handoff goes to Troy, tries to bounce it to the outside to his left, and picks up about 4 yards on the carry.
Number 8, Corbin Garner among the tacklers for Rockland. Also number 28, Cody Woodworth, in on the tackle as well. That's one thing this Rockland defense has to do is keep those Mushers runners in check.
3-yard gain on the play. He'll bring up 2nd and 7. Back to pass is Tristan. Tristan in trouble, avoids the rush, and then dumps it off to Troy over the top. Room to run. Troy in the middle of the field, down to the 49-yard line. 1st and 10. About a 15-yard gain for the Mushers.
Now they had Tyson Tupper behind the safeties again, but Tristan Smith had no time to throw it, dumps it off to Troy Smith. Troy Smith getting that first down for the Mushers.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Just underway here in the 3rd quarter. Back in the gun is Tristan. Tristan roaming around, looking for somebody to be open. Then just chucks it down the field, and it is caught at the 40-yard line for another first down. Good job by Tews coming back to the ball.
Trevor Tews saw that his quarterback was scrambling around like a good receiver. He comes back to the ball. Tristan Smith finds him, enough for another Camas County first down.
A long, drawn-out play. A good job of Tristan Smith buying himself time, and a great pass. So the ball sits at the 39-yard line. 10:07 left here in the 3rd. Back in the gun is Tristan. Back to pass again. Now he's in trouble. Steps up and runs. He's got room to run in the middle of the field, into the secondary. Now he bounces it to the right, down the right sideline, all the way down to the 10-yard line. Ball came loose, but they say he was down.
Yep, and once again, Abe Held with a clutch tackle to save a touchdown. Abe Held making the tackle for Rockland, but not after a huge scramble by Tristan Smith.
Yeah, Tristan with about 40 yards on the ground that time.
Brought down by number 7 of the Bulldogs, Abe Held.
Abe Held, as you mentioned, with a big tackle and a big hit to at least, it looked like for a second, knock that ball loose, but it was the ground caused the fumble. So with 9:22 and counting here, it's Tristan Smith under center. Turns around, he'll hand it off to Troy up the middle. Troy nowhere to go, pulled down from behind. Big tackle, I believe. That was Matthews.
Yep, Teague Matthews doing it on both sides of the football, offensively and defensively. Easy for me to say. Tackling Troy Smith in the backfield.
Matthews tackles him for a loss of 1 on the play. So now it's 2nd and goal from the 11. As we get the huddle from the Mushers, taking their time back to the line of scrimmage as they head to the south end zone from left to right. Rolling out is Smith. Smith for the end zone, touchdown. That's Tews in the back of the end zone for another touchdown for the Mushers.
Tews was behind, made his way behind the defense of the Bulldogs, on his way in plenty of time to catch the ball before running out of bounds out the side of the end zone. Great toss by Tristan Smith to Trevor Tews.
And Tews was the favored receiver there. He had a 12-yard pass to him and then an 11-yard touchdown pass as well. And it looks like they'll line up to go for 2. Smith to the goal line. It's picked off by Held, and that is 2-point conversion no good, so it'll stay 30-12. So it remains 30-12, but Camas County extends their lead.
Football fans, Timberline LLC in Fairfield is a family-owned local waste recycling collection and snow removal company serving the Camas County and Lincoln County communities. Everyone at Timberline LLC is rooting on the Camas County Mushers in tonight's game. We've also got UD Angus Plus, proud to support the Rockland Bulldogs and the community. They offer ranch-raised, hormone-free, grain-fed lean beef ranging from 85% and up. So be sure to remember UD Angus Plus for your next beef purchase.
Could go for a nice Angus beef burger right now. Sounds delicious.
I wouldn't turn one down if somebody offered me one.
Slap on a couple thick pieces of bacon, some pepper jack cheese.
That's a great idea.
So after the touchdown, it's 30-12. The Mushers up. 8:27 left to go here in the third quarter. As Mushers trying to separate themselves here a little bit. That kick rolls down to the 18 and picked up. Returned up the far sideline with some room to run and knocked out of bounds is held. We'll see where they're going to mark him out officially. Looks like right at the 40-yard line. So good return and good starting field possession for the Bulldogs to start the second half.
Sage Patton there for the Mushers to knock held out of bounds. And as you said, first down for the Bulldogs.
First and 10, Bulldogs in the 40.
Stacked triple receivers to the left of Matthews. Matthews had held wide open and left it short.
Second down and 10 for the Bulldogs from the 40.
Bulldogs showing a new look with those three receivers stacked right behind each other.
This time they go to a more familiar formation, two receivers to each side. Matthews back to pass. Gets it away, and it's dropped. It was Perman. Would have had it for about an 8-yard gain, but dropped it. No, now it, just like that, two throws, incomplete, and it's 3rd and 10 from the 40. 8:15 on the clock.
Another one right through the hands, off the numbers for an incomplete pass. He's going to be kicking himself for that one.
Same formation, back to passes Matthews. Matthews on the run, trying to make something happen. Gets hit from behind, can't get to the first down marker, but he's going to be awfully close. He's going to be about a yard shy.
Emmett Palin tackles him from behind, saving the first down, but it's going to be 4th and short for the Bulldogs.
Under center. Matthews isn't going to get there. In fact, I think the ball came free. And either way, it was going to be a turnover. It looks like they fumbled and recovered by Camas County.
Emmett Palin once again coming up from the bottom of the pile. Rockland tried to go on the quick snap quarterback sneak, but on the exchange, the ball came loose. Mushers come up with the ball. 1st and 10 for the Mushers at about the 48-yard line.
You know, and I don't like that play call. They've had so much room to run on the outside when they spread things out. Spread it out, allow your guys, you know, Matthews to make a move and pick up that first down if you want him to run it. Don't try to dive up the middle.
Nope, that's where a lot of the Mushers' pressure has come from.
Smith on the run after a bad snap, and he's going to pick up about 6 or 7 yards even after the fact. Well, maybe less than that. Can't see where he goes up out of bounds. Going to pick up 5, we'll say.
Yeah, and smartly runs out of bounds Tristan Smith to save an unnecessary hit and to stop the clock. And like we talked about at halftime, this is something that the Mushers, with the lead, should do, is just run the ball. Run it, run it, run it.
7:38 on the clock as Smith comes under center. Tristan Smith turns around, hands it off to Troy up the middle. Room to run. Troy making guys miss left and right. A little okie dokie in the middle of the field, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Once again, that fake dive counter. Troy Smith up the middle, untouched, and beats the defender by 10 yards. Troy Smith having a spectacular night tonight.
3rd touchdown run of the night for Troy Smith on a 40-yard touchdown run. 36-12 now. And up to the line for 2 are the Mushers. Back in the gun is Tristan Smith. Looking to pass to his right. Still looking now in the middle of the end zone and incomplete. Might have got tipped. It was intended for Troy.
That was one of the few things Troy Smith hasn't done tonight. He's been doing it, especially on the offense, but also on the defensive side for the Mushers.
I thank a couple of our local sponsors.
Football fans, the Wrangler in Fairfield is proud to be a supporter of the Camas County Mushers. Open for over 32 years, come on in and try one of their amazing and unique milkshake flavors. The Wrangler only uses 100% fresh and local ground beef for a taste that can't be beat. While you are there, you don't want to skip out on the Roadkill Patty Melt. Let's go Mushers from everyone at the Wrangler.
Roadkill Patty Melt.
Hey, it's good stuff. If you haven't ever been there, I can speak from personal experience. The finger steaks are excellent. The chicken strips are excellent. And oh yeah, the Roadkill Patty Melt, excellent.
It's a mystery meat.
You know, it tastes good, and that's all that matters.
I bet anything, even if it was actually roadkill, it probably still tastes good out there. The Wrangler, check them out in Fairfield. I've eaten there a couple times too, and everything I've had is very good. I like to spend a little time out there in the summer.
My son is a junior in high school. He's a huge fan of the milkshakes.
Oh, yeah.
Especially for a 15-year-old high school boy. He loves those milkshakes.
After the touchdown, the kickoff taken at the 15. And now returned out near the 35-yard line. That's where Rockland will take over. It was Abe Held on the return. Dominic Gross with the tackle on the coverage. And now Rockland finds themselves in a big hole. Down 24 now, as the lead has doubled from halftime. Matthews dumps it off short to Held, and I don't think Held dropped that. I think he caught it and then the ball hit the ground. And we've got an injured player for the Mushers down around back behind the line of scrimmage. They gain a yard is all on the complete pass to Held. And it's number 69 for the Mushers coming up out of there limping. That's Kelby Cox, one of their big linemen in there, 6'2", 200 pounds, and he has kind of gone back down to the ground.
Yeah,
kind of
from
holding
the way
his midsection a little bit.
Yeah, I'm guessing maybe he got stepped on in the pile, or maybe landed on and taking a knee for right now. But he was walking on his own power, which is good to see.
Yeah, I don't think it's an extremity injury. It's midsection injury and trying to catch his breath. 7:13 on the clock here in the third quarter. I want to thank Lou Campbell Massage Therapy. They specialize in Hawaiian, Mana, Lomi, and hot stone healing therapy. And they specialize in cheering on the Camas County Mushers. Good luck from Lou Campbell Massage Therapy.
Mushers, let's hear some support for number 69, Kelly Cox, as he gets to the sideline.
7:10 on the clock. Man in motion. Matthews will fake, throw across the middle, incomplete. It was behind Held, but it probably should have been caught. And now it is 3rd and 9 after the incomplete pass. 7 minutes left on the clock.
Good news, Kelby Cox walks off the field on his own power. He's standing on the sideline, just kind of...
Give him a few minutes, he'll be good to go.
Yeah, he'll be back in for sure.
So 3rd and long, 3rd and 9. Matthews back in the gun. Steps up. Across the middle, it's caught by Held. Held caught at the 45 and gets it down to the 43-yard line. There's definitely holes downfield for the receivers if Matthews has time to get it to him.
Yep, Zach Pittock and Trevor Tews on the tackle. Two's on the coverage. Couldn't quite get to Held in time. Held makes the catch. First down for the Bulldogs.
Nice 20-yard gain down to the 43-yard line. First and 10 for the Bulldogs. 6:30 and counting here in the third quarter. Back to pass. Matthews steps up, makes one man miss, makes a second. He's still on the run. First down and more. He might be headed for the end zone. And he is inside the pylon. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Trevor Tews trying to tackle him or to knock him out of bounds inside the 5, unable to. And Matthews in for the score.
A 43-yard touchdown run for Teague Matthews.
Bulldogs definitely needed to put points on the board at this point in the game. They can't afford to go down any further.
The two-point conversion knocked down. Great play by Tews. Man, he has been on fire on defense. 2 interceptions, knocks that one away. A great play by Tews.
Hey, Rockland fans, when making your next dental appointment, remember Falls Dental in American Falls and Driscoll Dental in Aberdeen. Dr. Stringfellow at Falls Dental and Dr. Driscoll at Driscoll Dental are ready to help to welcome you to either office for the best dental care you can find in the local area. No matter the office, you'll be able to get the dental care you need, from general dentistry treatments like regular cleanings, x-rays, and fluoride treatments to more detailed services like fillings, crowns, implants, and much more. Both Dr. Stringfellow and Dr. Driscoll want to ensure that you have a comfortable and friendly atmosphere for such an important personal need. Falls Dental and Driscoll Dental are proud to support the Rockland Bulldogs today. Go Bulldogs.
Huge thanks again to all of our sponsors. Thank you for helping us get this broadcast to you. A 1A-D2 semifinal playoff matchup. And right now it's the Mushers, although Bulldogs just cut the lead to 18. Still 6:16 left here in the third. A lot of time left in this ball game. But it's the Mushers have been in control from the opening play. And the Bulldogs getting ready to kick the ball back to him after that 43-yard touchdown run by Teague Matthews. Matthews has a 44-yard rush and now a 43-yard rush for a touchdown, including a 20-yard touchdown pass to Abe Held. Short kick taken at the 20. And then wrapped up is Tews. And for a second, I thought he got up around the face mask, but man, he just held on to that ball and spun him around.
Number 38, Ethan Crump. Number 28, Cody Woodworth in on the tackle to keep Tews from breaking one. First down at the 35 for the Mushers.
And Tristan Smith will trot back out onto the field to lead the attack for the Mushers. Tristan Smith, 5'9", 155. He's a senior. His counterpart, Troy Smith, 6'1", 175, another senior. Handoff to Troy. Troy looking for a hole, nowhere to go. Rockland ripping at that ball, but Smith holds on to it. It'll be 2nd and 10, no gain.
Ethan Crump and Teague Matthews in on the tackle, just plugging up the running room for Troy Smith.
And you can see the breath from all the players as they're breathing out there. You can see it. It's a cool night. It's dropped down to about 35 degrees. Smith across the formation. They're going to throw to him. He's open. It's caught. It's just a foot race. Nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown, Mushers. A 65-yard pass play from Tristan Smith to Troy Smith.
Troy Smith lined up on the right side of the formation, goes in motion towards the left before the snap. Tristan Smith to Troy Smith. Troy Smith turns on the jets and outruns any defender for the Bulldogs.
A 65-yard touchdown pass to make it 42-18. And they are lined up to go for two. Stacked double receivers to the left of Tristan Smith. Troy lined up kind of a tight end spot. They'll go to the outside. It's caught, then cut back to the goal line. Touchdown, that's Tupper on the, not touchdown, 2-point conversion caught by Tupper to make it 44-18.
Tyson Tupper in that stacked lineup, stacked receivers. He was the receiver off the line, motions left to right, but then cuts back out. Tristan Smith finds him. He makes the catch, makes a move for the 2-point conversion. Once again, Mushers 44, Bulldogs 18. Football fans, Town and Country Realty in Fairfield is your place to call if you're in the market for a home, farm, ranch, or anything in between. They know the local area better than anyone and can make your next purchase easier than you ever expected. Town and Country Realty is proud to support the Camas County Mushers.
Huge thanks to all of our sponsors tonight. So after that, keep in mind this game same game was played in August. It was 62-12, the final of that one. We're sitting 44-18 right now. The Mushers on top. The ball taken at the 15 and returned by Held, and he went to make his cut and slipped at the 30-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs from there. 5:20 left here in the third.
Yeah, Abe Held not the first one to slip on this turf tonight, this grass here out at Gooding, Keller Field.
Matthews back to pass in trouble, wrapped up. Matthews, man, he had a face mask. He was going down. That's a mistake because he was going to get sacked for a big loss. And now they'll get some extra yardage, will the Bulldogs.
Emmett Palin in on the tackle, reaches around and gets the face mask, turns Teague Matthews' helmet almost 90 degrees. It looked, hopefully it looked worse than it really was, but regardless, a flag on the Mushers.
Personal foul face mask against the Mushers. So they'll march it off 15 from the line of scrimmage, and that, what could have been a 15-yard sack, turns into a 15-yard gain, so a 30-yard swing, really, on that play. Ball out to the 45-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. 5:13 on the clock here in the third. Back to pass is Matthews. Gets it to Held. Held with a first down again, tackled from behind. Ball comes down, comes loose after he's tackled.
Zach Pittock and Troy Smith in on the tackle. And as you said, the ball came out, but after the receiver was down. Referees have done a great job tonight coming in and letting everybody know that the runner, the receiver, whoever it was down.
4:46
before the ball came out. Sorry.
Matthews just on a straight take this time and drugged down after a gain of about 7. Twos in on, no, excuse me, that's Troy Smith in on the tackle. Second and let's say a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4 now. Matthews back in the gun. Has Held, nice defensive play as Tupper knocked it down.
Yep, he had number 7, Abe Held, coming across. And Tyson Tupper gets enough of a hand on it to knock the ball down. Would have been good for a first down and then some had Held caught the ball.
So a 3rd and 4 now. 4:09 left in the quarter. Matthews with 3 receivers to his right. He's got a man out there. It's caught by Perman. Perman's got the first down and then tackled immediately, just shy of the 30-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 31.
Once again, Tyson Tupper to make the tackle this time. Tupper making a few key tackles tonight on defense.
3:50 and counting here in the 3rd. As Tupper kind of comes off limping just a little bit. Matthews steps up, hit as he throws over the extended arms of Perman. And Perman got landed on by the defender after that. And they help him up. Perman seems to be okay. So incomplete. Be 2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line.
Bulldogs not backing down. They're trying to be as aggressive as possible to get more points on the board to keep this score within reach.
And a lot of time here. 2 receivers to each side. Just the 3 linemen. Matthews in the gun, and I think we got a false start.
Yes, we do.
Somebody took off early, and it was going to be just a straight dive from Matthews, but now it'll be 2nd and 15.
It looked like one of the offensive linemen started moving before the ball was snapped. And now Rockland gets backed up. They have to try again, 2nd and 15.
Matthews back to pass. Gets it away. It's Perman off his fingertips and incomplete.
Number 67, Xander Schofield breaking up the pass. That was some great recovery defense on Xander Schofield for the Mushers.
Again, Matthews was having to avoid rushers to get rid of that thing. And like I said, good coverage downfield that time to knock it free from Perman. So 3rd and 15 now for the Bulldogs from the 35-yard line. They've got to get actually down just across the 21-yard line. Back to pass. Matthews steps up in the pocket on the run, and he's get rid of it. Was it picked off? No, incomplete. It hit the ground. Nice attempt out there, though, and it'll be 4th and 15 now.
Troy Smith with the pressure trips up Teague Matthews. Teague Matthews athletic enough to still get the ball off, but the ball falls incomplete under the hands of the Mushers defenders. 4th, as you said, 4th and 15.
It was Sage Patton that nearly came away with a diving interception. 4th down and 15 with 3:27 left here. Fans coming alive over here. Stack triple receivers on the near side to Matthews' left. Matthews with good blocking downfield. Matthews dove for it. I think he got there.
Twos trips him up, and he ends up short of the first down.
Boy, I thought he got there. And now they're going to look across the field. It's awfully close. No, 1st down for the Mushers. He didn't get there.
The side judge called him short. The white hat came over, took a look, called him short. Teague Matthews just short. What a great effort, but just could not do it. Again, our guy, Trevor Twos, coming up with the clutch tackle.
You know, and I think I was thrown off a little bit, I feel like, by the 1st down marker over there. It looked like it was at the 21, but the first down marker actually was sitting at the 20. And so he did get to the 21. And we're going to have a false start against the Mushers. It'll be 1st and 15 back at the 16-yard line. 3rd, 3:19 left here in the 3rd. 44-18. As the Mushers kind of open things up here in the third quarter. They've put up 20 points here in the third to just 6 for the Bulldogs. And here it'll be 3rd and 15. Stacked receivers, 2 stacked receivers to the left of Tristan Smith. And it's kind of a backwards pass to Troy. Troy breaking through into the secondary for about a 20-yard gain.
They had the 2 receivers stacked, one on the line, one right behind him. Troy Smith, the receiver, off. It was a bit of a wide receiver screen to Troy Smith, and he breaks one for the first down and more.
And, man, Troy Smith, he is quick.
He's quick and he's fast. He's got that breakaway speed.
Yes.
And
then the pull-away speed. I mean, we've seen it a couple times. He'll break through the secondary, and then nobody's going to catch him. He'll just take off and outrun everyone.
Looks like we got a flag. One of the offensive linemen took off before the ball was snapped.
I felt like all of them took off before the ball was snapped. I think the center was the only one who didn't move.
Yeah, everybody went except the center, who is kind of the most important guy when it comes to snapping the ball.
I would agree with that. So it'll be 1st and 15 when we come back after the timeout called by the Mushers.
Football fans, Resort Electric LLC is a proud supporter of Camas County Athletics. They are your first choice for all things electrical, from new construction and remodels to service work, data and networking, and everything in between. Let the professionals at Resort Electrical get it done. They serve the entire Wood River Valley with everything you need for that next project. Call Anthony Newhowie today at 208-329-4289 or send an email to resortelectric@outlook.com. Go Mushers. All right, and we're back. Timeout finishing up. Both squads on the field. Once again, Camas County 1st and 5 after the offsides call. Once again, Tristan Smith in the shotgun, wing back to his left, to his right, double stack receivers to his right. Receiver screen to Troy Smith, who breaks it past the 45-yard line. Good for a first down. First down for the Mushers at the 49-yard line. About to cross midfield. Once again, they ran that stacked wide receivers. Troy Smith on the receiver screen. This time they flipped the formation, wing back to the left, double stack to the left. Tristan Smith in trouble. Complete to Trevor Tews, excuse me. Tackled down by number 7, Abe Held. Tackled for a loss. Loss of about 10. 2nd and 20 for the Mushers. Again, Rockland bringing the heat on defense. That defensive line getting through the offensive line for the Mushers. And Tristan Smith scrambling, lucky to find a receiver. They break the huddle once again. 2nd and 20 for the Mushers. Tristan Smith in the shotgun. Running back on his right. It's hit Smith. Troy Smith, the handoff to Troy Smith. He dumps it to number 34, Emmett Palin, for a gain of about 5 yards. 3rd down and 15 now for the Mushers.
Gain of about 4 yards. It'll bring up 3rd down and 16.
So Troy Smith was lined up in the shotgun right next to Tristan Smith. Tristan Smith handed him the ball. Troy Smith tossed the ball to Emmett Palin, short gain. 3rd and 15 for the Mushers. Once again, 2 receivers to the right, receiver to the left. Troy Smith in the background with Tristan Smith. Hard count, and it gets the Bulldogs defense to jump. 5-yard on the penalty, 5-yard gain on the penalty. 3rd down and 12 for the Mushers. They stay in the same formation. 2 receivers to the right, receiver to the left. Troy Smith coming across in the motion. Tristan Smith scrambling around, breaks it, and he is off to the races. Will he get touched? And he is in for the score. Touchdown, Tristan Smith on the run from about the 47-yard line. So a 53-yard scramble on the broken play for a touchdown for the Mushers.
With 37 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, the score is Camas County 50, Rockland Bulldogs 18, with a point after attempt pending.
And as you may have heard from the PA announcer here at Gooding, Mushers 50, Rockland 18. Once again on the 53-yard run by Tristan Smith. 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Tristan Smith in the shotgun. Tupper next to him. Receiver on each side. Flag on the play. Offsides called against the Mushers. Troy Smith was the receiver on the left side. Took a step before the snap. 5 yards backwards for the Mushers. And they're going to try this 2-point conversion once again from the 7-yard line. Receiver on each side. Tupper next to Tristan Smith. Tristan Smith looking, pressure coming, avoids a couple tacklers, looking to run. And he is close, he is in, runs it into the front corner of the end zone, scrambles around, had a receiver in the end zone, but chose to take it himself, crosses that front corner right at the pylon. Good enough for 2 points for the 2-point conversion. And with 37 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter, Camas County 52, Rockland 18. Camas County starting to run away with this.
A big touchdown run from Tristan Smith.
It was a broken play. They were looking to pass. He scrambled around, saw an opening and took it and went down the right sideline for the touchdown. And then once again, scrambled and found the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Mushers 52, Bulldogs 18.
Nobody wants to need an auto body repair specialist, but sometimes life throws you a curveball. And you'll be glad to know you have a friend in Impact Auto Body. Located in Haley and serving all of the Wood River Valley, they will be there to get your vehicle looking right in no time. You can reach them at 208-788-4016. With winter coming, the chances for mishaps increases, so if something does go wrong, remember Impact Auto Body. Go Mushers. So another scoring drive for the Mushers. And this is starting to look reminiscent of the game about 9 weeks ago. Held to return it from the 15. And he's drugged down from behind. He'll get out to the 25. They'll mark him down 25, 26-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 with 32 seconds left.
Emmett Palin on the tackle. He's been coming up big for the special teams as well as the defense for these Mushers.
So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. They got a lot of ground to make up. Ball at the 24-yard line. Matthews will keep it himself. Matthews cut down after about a 3-yard gain.
Sage Patton tackling at the legs. Keeps Teague Matthews at just a short gain. 2nd down coming up for the Bulldogs.
10 seconds and counting. And that will be the end of the quarter. Camas County 52. The Bulldogs just 18 as we head into the 4th quarter. A big quarter for the Mushers. Wood River Drilling and Pump in Bellevue is a locally owned business serving the Wood River Valley with top-of-the-line pump drilling services. At Wood River Drilling and Pump, they can take care of all types of domestic water systems. So if you're building a new house or just need your current system upgraded, call Brandon and Jennifer with Wood River Drilling and Pump at 208-788-3163. Proud to support Camas County Athletics. And UD Angus Plus is proud to support the Rockland Bulldogs and community. They offer ranch-raised, hormone-free, grain-fed lean beef ranging from 85% and up. So be sure to remember UD Angus Plus for your next beef purchase. Well, just 12 minutes left here in this semifinal matchup. The Rockland Bulldogs find themselves in a big hole. Down 34. Back to passes Matthews across the middle, caught for a 1st down. It's Perman. Excuse me, that was held on the reception. 12-yard reception, 1st and 10.
And our guy Trevor Tews with the tackle, with the trip tackle, keeping the receiver from gaining more.
Matthews back to pass again. It's caught by Perman underneath and going to pick up about 5. Oh, excuse me, I said Perman. That was Radford. Aiden Radford, excuse me. Number 2, Aiden Radford. I was getting him mixed up with number 27, Zach Perman. Second and 5, back to pass. Matthews in trouble, flushed out of the pocket. Does get rid of it, but it's going to be short, nearly intercepted.
Zach Pittock almost came up with the interception. The ball fell a little short. He couldn't quite get his hands under him, even though Zach went for the dive. Incomplete pass for the Bulldogs.
So it'll be 3rd and 6 now. Ball's got to get out to about the 47-yard line for a 1st down. Back to pass is Matthews. Pocket collapses down the field. He's got Perman, and Perman missed it. A flag, though, back around from where Matthews let go of it. It's probably going to be holding.
It is holding, is the call against the Bulldogs. Not what you want to see.
So then the question here is, will they accept it, or should they just take it and make it 4th and 6? Or I guess it'd be, I think it'd be 4th and 6. They're going to back him up. So it'll make it 3rd and about 13 or 14 now for the Bulldogs. Third and 14. Back to pass. Matthews in trouble. Eludes the first man. Held, catches it. Can't get away, though. And only going to pick up about 5. So it'll be now 4th and 9.
Troy Smith there on the defense held up the receiver just long enough for Trevor Tews to come in and finish the tackle. As he said, 4th and about 8 for the Bulldogs.
Matthews gets away. Throws it downfield off the hands of Held. It got tipped and then hit off the hands of Held.
Once again, Trevor Tews doing it on defense. Knocks the ball down. And that turns out to be a first down, turnover on downs for the Mushers.
10-14 left here in the ball game, and the Bulldogs unable to convert on that 4th down play. You said 1st and 10 now for the Mushers at the 39-yard line, as they could extend this lead. Lots of time left here in the 4th quarter.
Trevor Tews, easy for me to say, once again on the defense.
Handoff. Around the left side and ripped out of bounds at the 20.
Tyson Tupper on the run, knocked out of bounds by Teague Matthews.
But a big pickup for Tupper, almost 20 yards, about 19 yards down to the 20. Ball sitting right on the 20 in the red zone.
He was wanting 6 for himself. It's been a lot of Troy Smith for the run game for these Mushers, so when Tyson Tupper got the opportunity, he was going for it. You could see the determination all the way up here.
It's Tupper again in the backfield, and it does go to Tupper up the middle. Tupper into the secondary, touchdown, Tyson Tupper.
Untouched.
20 yards for the touchdown. And it's 58-18
they
now.
They faked the wingback sweep, gave it to Tupper up the middle on a bit of a counter, and he goes right up the middle, untouched, 4-6 for the Mushers. 2-point conversion attempt coming up for the Mushers.
Two-point conversion. It's Smith with Smith next to him. Tristan looking for somebody to throw to. Now he's got all kinds of room to run and runs it in himself. 2-point conversion's good, and it is 60-18.
Yep, there's those.
There's some fireworks.
There's some fireworks. And, of course, Camas County showing off the fireworks on their run game. Tristan Smith, Troy Smith, Tyson Tupper, all doing it for the Mushers.
And the Mushers with a commanding lead now. Reminiscent of the game these two teams had early in the season. That was 62-12. It's 60-18 now with still almost 10 minutes left in this ball game. Rockland has given it everything they've had, just not enough to control this high-powered offense of the Mushers.
You know, and to their credit, they've been playing hard. They haven't given up, and they're still making tackles on defense, but this Camas County team is just proving to be a little too much for Rockland.
Things barring some sort of crazy miracle, it will be the Camas County Mushers in the state title game next weekend. All that's left is who will they play. That'll be either Kendrick or Hagerman. As this kickoff taken at the 15. Held, switches directions, Defense goes down and Held tripped up at about the 37-yard line.
I saw at least one Mushers kick coverage players slip on the grass here at Gooding. Luckily, they made the tackle at the 40 to save a touchdown.
So 1st and 10 from the 40 for the Bulldogs. 3 receivers to the left of Matthews. Little inside screen to Perman. Perman had some room, and then it went away. Tupper shot out of nowhere with the tackle.
Tupper doing it on both sides for these Mushers. Just scored the touchdown on offense, making a great tackle here on defense.
So a gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8. Matthews turns, throws. It's caught short, and then just another short gain, about 3 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Big hit. That was on the reception. That was Perman that time.
They fake the handoff to the I-backs, turn around and throw that screen pass to the running back, Perman. Short gain, 3rd down coming up for the Bulldogs.
8:20 and counting here in the 4th quarter. Matthews this time back in the gun. 3 receivers to his right now. They throw it to the short man, incomplete.
Pass intended for Aiden Radford. Couldn't quite get the ball. He had to come back for it because the throw was short. 4th down.
If he had been able to catch it, he was right at the sticks, but it's going to be 4th down nonetheless on the incompletion.
I think he would have had the 1st down.
So now we've got 4 receivers to the right of Matthews. Kind of stacked.
3 linemen, 4 receivers, and Matthews by himself in the shotgun.
Matthews dumps it off short to Held. Held, it's a foot race for the sticks. He gets there and then knocked down out of bounds at the 45. Actually stays inbounds. So 1st down on the play.
And it was number 45, Sage Patton, at the 45-yard line to knock down Abe Held. 1st down, as you said, for the Bulldogs.
It's 1st and 10, 7 minutes and counting here in the ball game. One down lineman, a defensive lineman there. Matthews takes it himself up the middle. Gonna get about 7 or 8 on the carry.
Once again, Sage Patton there to trip up Matthews. Looking to break one, but a gain of about 6 for the Bulldogs.
2nd and 4, 6:20 left in the ball game. Ball caught, 1st down, down near the 27-yard line. 1st and 10, that ball caught by Abe Held. Clock continues to run, 6 and counting. 2 receivers to each side of Matthews. He's by himself in the gun. Steps up in the pocket and he is wrapped up, and he finally does go down. Got away from one man initially, but couldn't get away from the next. It was Troy Smith who finished him off.
Emmett Palin with the initial pressure. Matthews steps up and runs into Troy Smith, who makes the tackle.
So a 2-yard loss on the sack. I must be getting hungry here.
Hey, I'm for it.
2nd and 12. Back to pass is Matthews. Across the middle, nearly picked off. Diving for that was number 45 for the Mushers, Sage Patton.
Pass was intended for Abe Held. Maybe it was Patton flying across in front of him, but the pass incomplete for the Bulldogs.
Now 3rd and 12 for the Bulldogs. The play is 1949. Not sure what that means, but back to pass is Matthews. Steps up, going for the end zone, and had a guy open there. Number 2, Aiden Radford was there. It might have got tipped, but it falls incomplete.
Once again, Tyson Tupper, sorry.
No problem. Now
in
4th and 12. Yeah, and you're right. Tupper has been all over the field defensively.
Tupper and Tews and Troy Smith have been doing it. Oh, and we've got a offsides on the defense.
No, they false start.
False start. Okay.
On the offense, so they'll back him up. It'll be 4th and 17 now.
Well, I saw the defender jump offsides. I did not see the offensive lineman move first. Good call by the referees.
So 4th and a long ways now, 4th and 17. And again, I think it's a little miscommunication with the center is what's going on here.
False start once again on the Bulldogs, not helping their own cause.
4th and 22 now. They've got to get down to about the 18-yard line. The ball sitting at the 37. Matthews heaves downfield. He's got Perman. It's tipped away, knocked down.
Tyson Tupper once again on the defense, on the coverage.
And it was Radford, that was downfield. He had a step on Tupper. Tupper recovered nicely and knocked it down. And now the Mushers can just run this thing out.
Turnover on downs. Timeout for the Mushers.
And the clock will stop with 2:46 left here. And what will be a win here for the Mushers. They'll head to the state title game next week. On the other side of things, the Rockland Bulldogs, first time this deep in the playoffs in 36 years. They're going to walk out of here with a 3rd place trophy. Tough to lose in this semifinal game, but they've had a great season. They'll end up 8-3 on the season. 2 of those losses coming to Camas County. And not much to hang their heads about.
No shame in the way they've played tonight. Things just didn't go their way. They had some turnovers, some key drop passes. But other than that, again, nothing to be ashamed of, nothing to hang their head about. They've played hard throughout this whole game. They haven't given up.
Just run up against a very good Mushers team. They knew that Camas County was going to be a tough team to beat. And Camas County has shown why they're 8-1. Their only loss coming to 1AD1 Butte County, who thumped Logos, tonight to head to the state title game next weekend. Handoff goes to Tupper around the left side. Tupper with open grass. Held is the only guy he's got to beat. It's a foot race, and Held can't get him down. Tupper breaks free. Touchdown. Held had a chance at the 12. Tupper broke away from the tackle, and he goes into the end zone for a touchdown.
He was bound and determined to score. Even when Held tried to trip him up, he just high-stepped it and carried it all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. 6 more for the Bulldog, or for the Mushers.
2:23 left here in the ball game. A quick score for the Mushers, 66-18. They're going to try the PAT.
Sage Patton back for the kick. Tristan Smith to hold.
And the PAT's up, and that's knocked through. 67-18. True football score right there.
There we go.
67-18. And the Mushers score quickly, and you can't, in my opinion you can't fault the Mushers there. They're running it on the ground. It wasn't like they're airing it out.
Nope.
Tupper just broke free.
And I was about to say, if they run for a first down, that could be it for the clock. It looks like. Oh no, just kidding. But yeah, I was gonna say, with a first down, Camas County could take a knee, but Tyson Tupper took it all the way for the score. And now Camas County finds themselves up 67-18 over Rockland.
So now Rockland, they'll have a little gasp left here with 2:23 left on the clock to try to put some more points on the board. Right now, it's a 49-point. Did I do that math right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
49-point lead. 7 TDs and 7 extra points. Kind of a sidewinder kick picked up at the 15 by Held. Held on the return all the way out to the 48-yard line before he's finally drugged down. Nice return.
Number 18, Dominic Gross, chasing him down from behind, pulling him down from behind to save a kick return touchdown for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
So nice return from Held. But it's 1st and 10 from the 50. Clock running. Minute. Counting players out there to make sure we had the right number of guys. Matthews across the middle. It's Held with the catch. First down. Down near the 35-yard line.
Number 1, Clancy Rablin and Tyson Tupper in on the tackle. First down for the Bulldogs.
You know, Matthews has racked up a lot of yards tonight. They just haven't been able to find the end zone. And with a minute left here, it's about the season about over here for the Bulldogs. Matthews steps up, has a receiver across the middle, and it falls incomplete. Good coverage there. It was Held, who I think he got hit a little early, but you're not going to get that penalty at this point in the ball game.
No. Clancy Rablin, the young sophomore, on the coverage. Looked like maybe he was going for the ball, but was going through Held to get to it. You're right, they could have called it, but at this point in the game, I don't know if the referees are going to be throwing flags.
Matthews in trouble. No shot for him. Sacked back at the 40-yard line.
Emmett Palin with the sack, who's been bringing the heat on defense, has been in Matthews' face all night.
And
one more play.
This'll be it. Matthews steps up. He's free still. Lets it fly down the field. It's tipped and incomplete at the goal line. And that'll be the ball game. 67-18. The Rockland Bulldogs fall to the Camas County Mushers. The Camas County Mushers will play next week for a state title. We're going to step away for a little break. We'll be back to give our IdahoSports.com player of the game. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
As Idahoans, we're not afraid to take risks.
All the way, all the way. Go. All the way down, all the way down.
Driving under the influence is not a risk we're willing to take. Be around to do more of what you love.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west, where muddy trails meet huckleberry smiles. Stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange, and not all our steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed, no distractions, no phones, focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
All right, welcome back. As we've gone final here, the Mushers win by a score of 67-18, and a big win in the semifinals here as they're getting ready to award the third place trophy to the Rockland Bulldogs, and a big cheer from their fans. What a fantastic season for the Bulldogs. Not the ending they'd hoped for, but man, to walk out of here with some hardware. It's been a lot of years for the Bulldogs, and they walk away with a third place trophy in the 2023 1AD2 state playoffs. Congratulations to them. The Mushers will play next week for a state title, but before we get to that, we got to give our IdahoSports.com player of the game, and it goes to Troy Smith. He had 4 touchdowns on the day, 3 on the ground, 1 through the air. 2 of them were on first plays of the drives. In fact, their first 2 offensive plays were Troy Smith touchdowns. He had a 65-yard touchdown run on his first carry. I get back to that page. On his first carry of the night, a 65-yard touchdown run, and then the second one was a 35-yard touchdown run to open things up, make it 16-0. He had another 44-yard touchdown rush in the third, and then he caught a 65-yard touchdown pass from Tristan Smith later in the third, where they really opened things up in the third and fourth quarter.
That touchdown pass was an 8-yard completion, and he just broke it, outran the entire defense for the score.
So a fantastic night of football here on IdahoSports.com, and in the semifinals action. If you're around, watch the game tomorrow from Hagerman, where Kendrick will take on the Hagerman Pirates to decide who the Mushers will play next week for a state title. Well, this has been an IdahoSports.com game stream production of the 2023 Idaho High School Football Playoffs, presented by the Idaho Transportation Department and Ideal, Idaho's college savings program. Additional coverage on IdahoSports.com is presented by Project Filter, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Valley-Wide Cooperative, Next Steps Idaho, Your Health Idaho, and your local Toyota dealers. This broadcast was also made possible by the great support from these local businesses. For the Rockland Bulldogs, UD Angus Plus and Falls Dental and Driscoll Dental. Huge thanks to all 3 of them. And then for the Camas County Mushers, Timberline LLC, The Wrangler in Fairfield, Town & Country Realty, Resort Electric LLC, Impact Auto Body, Lou Campbell Massage Therapy, and Wood River Drilling and Pump. Huge thanks to all of those great local sponsors. Special thanks to the athletic director here. That is Mr. Pope, and everyone here at Gooding High School for their hospitality and helping us get this game broadcast to you and hosting this playoff game for the Mushers and the Bulldogs. Congratulations again to our IdahoSports.com player of the game. That is Troy Smith, 4 touchdowns on the evening and a whole lot of yards racked up for that young man. Congratulations to him. And congratulations once again to the Mushers as they defeat the Bulldogs by a score of 67-18. And thanks to you, Dean, my broadcast partner, and everybody else behind the scenes at IdahoSports.com. Thanks for joining us. So long till next week. Stick around for state championship football next week. And, of course, one more game tomorrow. The Hagerman Pirates take on the Kendrick Tigers to determine another state title contender. Have a great night.
Did you know Idaho high school seniors graduating next spring are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money for career training and education through Idaho Launch? Funds can be used to cover the cost of apprenticeships. Did you know Idaho high school seniors graduating next spring are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money for career training? Idaho Launch. Support in
This is not what I asked for.
Once again, we have contributed to your ideal college savings program. Love, Grandma and Grandpa.
Give the gift of college savings this holiday season with Ideal, Idaho's 529 college savings program. Eventually, they'll appreciate it.
I love it. Thank you.
College costs money.
This has been a presentation of IdahoSports.com GameStreams. This broadcast is copyrighted to IdahoSports.com. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the expressed written consent of IdahoSports.com is strictly prohibited.